Yo guys, welcome back. Today we're taking another trip down memory lane to talk about one of the most iconic weapons in Destiny 1. The exotic primary sniper rifle, No Land Beyond. Whether you loved it or hated it, for some reason I don't know why you would hate it, but there's no denying this weapon made a huge impact on Destiny. So let's dive into what made No Land Beyond so special and why it still has a place in many Destiny players' hearts, including myself. But before we get into this video, please subscribe as it's the best way to support me right now. And thank you guys so much for the support already. Please drop a subscribe and a like on the video. It'd mean the world. And yeah, back to the video. So let me set the stage for you. When No Land Beyond was first introduced in the Dark Below expansion, it met a lot of skepticism. It was a bolt-action sniper rifle occupying your primary weapon slot. So many players wrote it off as a joke and kind of like a meme weapon, especially because it didn't have a scope. It was literally just iron sights that took up a majority of your screen when zooming in. And the game was already dominated by pulse rifles, hand cannons, and auto rifles, so why would anyone use a sniper in the primary slot? But as time went on, something unexpected happened. No Land Beyond became a sleeper hit. The main perk, the Master, provided increased precision damage and faster reload if you got a precision kill, and you paired that with Mulligan, which returned a round to the magazine after missing a shot. Skilled players could chain headshots and keep pressure on in PvP, mainly trials. To be honest, these perks didn't really see much playtime, but more than the perks, it was the playstyle that was encouraged and set it apart from any other weapon. It required a different kind of mindset thing. You needed good aim, good reflexes, and you had to be good in general. And especially how fast-paced Crucible was, in the hands of a skilled player, No Land Beyond was crazy good. Now, where No Land Beyond truly shined, those perks I just mentioned, useless. They don't matter. No one cares. Because players learned that if you shoot quickly, instead of waiting for the bolt to cock back, you could just reload, sprint, and cancel the animation of the reload and shoot it again. So now, despite its humble beginnings, this weapon had found a place in the hands of many top tier players who mastered this unique handling. And suddenly Guardians were pulling off insane plays, even dominating in Trials of Osiris, the pinnacle of PvP gameplay back then, turning what was once seen as a novelty meme weapon into a meta-defining powerhouse. The weapon's iron sights, initially viewed as a disadvantage, became kind of like a badge of honor. If you could land headshots consistently with No Land Beyond, you were a very good player, and players knew that. Or they would call you out for hacking, that too. It showed you that even in a game full of weird futuristic weapons, sometimes the classic bolt action was all you needed. And the fact that it could one-shot to the head and two-tap to the body, and it took primary ammo, meaning you never had to wait for special ammo or worry about it because you rarely ran out. This meant you could use other special weapons with it, another sniper, a shotgun, or the most infamous tossing a sidearm on there. But the fact it could one tap to the head and two tap to the body was crazy, because this meant you had a sniper with primary ammo at all times. Aside from PvP, this weapon would sell a little bit of PvE playtime. No Land Beyond was primarily known for its PvP dominance, but it also had moments of PvE. Guardians who wanted to challenge themselves would bring No Land Beyond into raids and strikes, proving you don't need high rate of fire, massive mags, huge damage to succeed. I feel like the most notable feat was when Dado took No Land Beyond to Crota. Back when Crota was a strike boss, he would have been damaged to make him kneel, so you could start the damage with the sword. And this damage to kneel was normally 2 Gallowhorn shots, but Dado and 5 others did it with No Land Beyond. And this brings us to the memes. No Land Beyond became a symbol of skill and at times comedic relief. You pulled this weapon out when you wanted to flex on your team or others, or if you were just looking to have some fun. The community embraced it and it became an integral part of the game's culture. It became a fun challenge to go flawless with No Land Beyond or anything Crucible related, because anything with PvE in that weapon was seen as difficult at the time. And players started trying it with No Land Beyond. And from that point on, No Land Beyond became a powerhouse. I wouldn't say it was meta or anything, but if you put it in the hands of a skilled player, it definitely dominated the Crucible. Even though Destiny 2 introduced a whole new arsenal of weapons, No Land Beyond still holds a special place in the hearts of many players. It represents a time in Destiny where experimentation and skill expression were at their peak. It wasn't an easy weapon to use, but that's why it was so loved. No Land Beyond rewarded precision and practice, and it stood testament to the idea that in Destiny, anything was a good gun as long as you're good enough. Nowadays, you can hardly compete with off-meta weapons. In Destiny 1, this weapon just shows how you could. So why did I make a video on No Land Beyond? Well, I wanted to, first off. Second, it wasn't even just a weapon, it was my favorite gun of PvP, besides like OG Red Death or Last Word. So please comment down below any other videos you'd like to see from me, or what your favorite guns from Destiny 1 were. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any crazy plays or great memories with No Land Beyond, please be sure to tell me the story in the comments. As always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you in the next video.